In 2019, I began a journey to become healthy. After lots of research, I decided to cut refined sugar from my diet. Over the following year, I lost 70 pounds. But that's not all I had lost. The brain fog, the cravings for sugar, and the joint pain had all disappeared. I could think and focus with great clarity. I had more energy. In March of 2020, I became pregnant with my daughter. My cravings for sweets returned, and they were very intense. I decided I was going to enjoy my pregnancy and eat what I wanted because I was going to gain the weight anyway. That was a big mistake. I became hooked on sugar again and was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. I also have an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Multiple family members on my mother's side of the family have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, including my mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. According to the CDC, our genes play a role in our risk for developing type 2 diabetes. Refined sugar affects our bodies and our cardiovascular systems. However, we can decrease the risk of these effects with mindful eating decisions. Our bodies respond to what we eat. Robert Lustig, MD, neuroendocrinologist at San Francisco School of Medicine, stated, "Sugar can act like poison in high doses." Many sweets that we consume are loaded with a very high amount of glucose. This glucose fills our bodies and leads to a high that is fast and cruel. Our brain, in response, sends out serotonin, which creates a sugar crash. Scientists are currently studying a broad range of health problems that may have a possible connection to the overconsumption of refined sugar, such as cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and aging. A study published in 2008 found that leptin resistance was linked to excess fructose. Leptin is a hormone that our body fat releases that gives us the sensation of feeling full. With leptin resistance, we do not get that full feeling, which leads to overeating and obesity. Toxic liver effects, like the effects that alcoholic beverages have on our liver, has also been linked to the overconsumption of refined sugar, according to a 2012 article in the journal Nature. Another study in 2012 discovered that the overconsumption of refined sugar also had links to memory deficiency, cognitive health, and heart health. Sugar is a carbohydrate that provides the body with energy, so it has an important role in nutrition. The problem people have with sugar is they often consume too much of the wrong kind, says Dr. Frank Sachs, a professor of cardiovascular disease prevention at Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health. In 2014, a study was published in JAMA Internal magazine. Dr. Frank B. Hugh, chair of Department of Nutrition at Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health, and his associates discovered a link between high sugar consumption and an increased risk for heart disease. The study took place over a 15-year span. The participants who consumed 17% to 21% of their calories from added sugar had a higher risk of dying from cardiovascular disease compared to the other participants who consumed 8% of their calories from added sugar. Dr. Hughes stated, "The effects of added sugar intake, higher blood pressure, inflammation, weight gain, diabetes, and fatty liver disease are all linked to an increased risk for heart attack and stroke. This is why it is extremely important to monitor our refined sugar intake." Dr. Sachs says a more straightforward approach to curbing your intake of refined sugar is to cut back or to cut out the following food sources: regular soda, energy drinks, juice drinks such as fruit punch and juice cocktails, sports drinks, sugared coffee, sweet tea, and sweetened water. Small, frequent meals will prevent blood sugar from dropping and causing sugar cravings. Eating every 3 or 4 hours throughout the day helps keep blood sugar levels more even and holds sugar cravings at bay, says Dan DeFigio, author of Beating Sugar Addiction for Dummies. Drinking the recommended amount of water a day and taking daily vitamins also decreases the sugary cravings. Refined sugar is sweet but cruel. Having this knowledge of how it contributes to our health and affects our body and cardiovascular system can help us to make healthier eating choices. We must be conscious of the amount of refined sugar that we consume because too much of it can consume us. The food you eat can either be the safest and most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. Ann Wigmore.